honestly. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Lawrence County depends on WDXE News, on the air since 1951. This is The Legend. 105.3, 95.3, WDXE.
Well, we finally made it. Sorry about the dead air there for a little bit, but we did make it. And it's time for the Friends and Neighbors Hour on Wednesday, and my friend and neighbor Keith Durham is in here. As usual, how are you, buddy?
I'm good. I wish I was your actual neighbor. I like your end of town.
Really?
Yeah.
You like the Deerfield area?
Yeah, I do.
I do
It's
too.
quiet.
It's quiet, peaceful.
But I also like living in town because, you know, you can be at Walmart in 2 minutes and be at McDonald's in 2 minutes and be back. And
Yeah,
it's
too tempting for me there.
is it?
No, well, you know, we seem to find a reason to go the 15 minutes to get to town, so
Okay. Well,
it only takes 10 or 15 minutes.
yeah, it's not too bad.
Unless I'm in a hurry, then it's about 7.5. No, I'm just kidding.
But you're closer to Laurel Hill than I am, and that's
That
what I like.
is true. Yeah, we're close to there, and even VFW.
Yeah.
And
You ever go down there?
And the wild, yeah, was there not too long ago.
Okay.
I took a picture. It was beautiful over there, actually.
I like to drive around it.
You can drive around it, and all the way around that lake you can drive around. It's kind of cool. And I took some pictures over there the other day just because I thought it was so pretty.
Last time I was there was some eagles there.
Really? No, I didn't see any.
Yeah.
I'd love to see them, and I do love to see them. We have some that hang around.
There's usually nobody there.
No, it's very quiet.
And but it's on the honor system, you know. You pay your little fee.
On the honor system, and you pay your fee and go in and fish if you want to, and you're right. There's hardly ever anybody there.
Yeah.
It's a quiet place.
That's what I like. Roll the windows down, right around.
I can ease over there sometimes. Now, of course, I go to the back 40 on my place and check on my cows.
You better start eating them things.
Yeah, no.
You're gonna have too many.
I got other places to get beef. Those are pets.
Oh, I got you.
Pretty much. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. They're beef cattle. Well, they're mama cows, so they'll be having calves before too long and all that kind of stuff. So there's that. There's that. We ended up going to the fair last night.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, we went. And
Did it not rain last night?
No, not while we were there.
Well, I've got it planned to go a couple days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, good deal.
Friday and Saturday.
Good deal. Yeah, it's going to be good then too. I think you're going to go to the concert, I guess.
I don't think so.
May hit me up last night. She wants to go to the concert.
Well, I found that when the concert's on is a good time to go do other things at the fair.
It is.
Especially if you want to ride.
Absolutely.
I like to ride the Ferris wheel. I can ride that without getting sick.
Really?
Yeah. And,
that thing makes me nervous.
Oh, it does? What makes you nervous about it?
Well, because of the way when I sit in it, it slants sideways pretty much.
Sort of sways back and forth.
It kind of hangs sideways. It's like it's going to spill me out of there.
Oh.
So I don't like that.
Yeah, I've quit riding things that go in circles. So.
Oh gosh, yeah. The last road, I told this already, but the last time I rode a ride, I thought I could ride the pirate ship because it's just a swing. Surely that won't do anything.
Oh, no.
But no, my goodness, no. I was wanting off of that thing. But the kids ride it all. They have a good time.
Yeah, and the exhibits aren't crowded when the concert's going on.
Yeah, we were in the exhibits last night. Had visitors come by and seen a lot of folks and friends, and then we met some friends up there and watched some of the jump and run, and the kids, of course, went and rode and had a big time. So it was a good deal.
A couple of years ago, for the jump and run, you remember Kroger Joe? You know Kroger Joe?
Oh yeah, he's still around.
Yeah, so his lifelong dream was being at jump and run. So we bought him a car and put it, and he busted all the windows out of it, or whatever you got to do to be in the thing, you know.
Yeah.
And so, but he didn't disable the rollover switch for the car. So the very first hump he went over, his car thought he was in an accident, and just shut off.
Just shut off.
Yeah, and it wouldn't start back up. And so, but it was like he won the thing. He had such a good time. He felt like he won it.
Well, they were exciting to watch last night. They were pushing and shoving each other. It was kind of cool to watch. Of course, it was somewhat muddy because it had rained, but it didn't rain while we were there. So
I remember back when I was younger, the demolition derby. Them old Potts boys would come and they'd gang up on people. You know, I guess that was back in the day where you could put concrete in the back of your car and stuff like that They were hard hitters, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And, it was, the fair was on a different level. back
On a
then.
different level, that's right. Well, I was thinking about all the work that goes into, of course,
Oh, it's-
the Rotary Club and all the other clubs and everybody that gets involved in it. Man, there's a lot of stuff that goes on.
Yeah, there is. And it's not just hey, we're going to have the fair next Monday. Everybody show up Sunday night, and it goes on for months before.
Oh yeah, they have to. In fact, I guess they start planning for the next one as soon as this one's over. So
I wonder how far in advance you got to have, for your entertainment. How much?
a long way.
About a year, reckon?
I
or
would
6
I would
months
say
or so?
it may be more than a year.
Okay.
Yeah, honestly, it may be. I don't really know. I honestly don't.
So we've had a star-studded list at the Lawrence, Middle Tennessee District Fair.
Yeah, we've had some big names
Some
come
real
through.
big names have come through.
Yeah, had some big names, and that's good. I'm not familiar with one that's this Colt Ford. I'm really not familiar with him.
I'm not either, but everybody at work seems to be.
Yeah, Missy, the kids know who he is and all that, so I'm just not familiar. But he's been around a while, evidently.
Oh, yeah.
He's not new.
Right.
Like some of them. I think when Garth Brooks was actually here,
Yeah.
but he was new when he came.
Yeah.
He was new.
He was.
But then he went on to make a name for himself. I don't care for Garth Brooks, but
What about his new personality?
yeah, I don't know.
I like his wife.
Yes, we've talked about that.
Yeah. She's a great cook.
Yeah, and by the way, we don't mind interactivity here. The phone
Yeah.
number, if you want to call and talk with me and Keith, you got something on your mind, 766-9393. We don't mind that.
We've got no agenda today.
We have no agenda. We're just visiting and enjoying doing that. It is 8:17, 8:18 more or less this morning. And by the way, I was going to tell you, I probably shouldn't advertise this, I don't guess, but you fixed my speaker.
I did fix your speaker.
I had a PA system to go bad on me, and we knew that in the auction business. I use it.
Yeah.
Every time we have an auction, we have that thing up and ready. And well, the last one I went to, I have two of them. I have two different. They're both the same thing. One's a little newer than that one. That's my older one, but it's my favorite one.
Yeah.
I use it the most, but I have a spare one just in case. And so, sure enough, the last sale I went to, that I got it out and thought it was working just like it would before, and it wasn't. It would not work. So had to go to the spare, and then ask you about it, and you said, "Well, let me look at it."
Yeah.
Actually, that ain't really happened. I said, "I want you to look at
There
it,"
you go.
and you didn't really even volunteer. I just volunteered you,
That's okay.
but you fixed it.
Yeah, it had a bad voice coil on it. And so I replaced the voice coil. Actually, I replaced the whole horn. I bought a new horn, kept your shell because it has some metal running up it that the microphone uses as an antenna. And so I didn't transfer that over to the new one. So I just took the horn out of the middle along with the voice coil and transferred it over to the existing.
Well, aren't you smart?
So it's ready to go.
Ready to go. How about that? That's just too cool. I guess I need to pay you for the horn.
No, you're good.
Yeah, well, we got to do that.
That's my hobby.
We got to do that. Yeah, and anyway, it is the Friends and Neighbors Hour, which is brought to you by Hood Company. Hood Company Real Estate, powered by Keller Williams, and we've been growing in leaps and bounds. Got a lot going on, but not going to talk about that all that much.
So Landy's wanting to start a fire. I heard him call in earlier.
Well, he's got a brush pile. And I told him he waited till it got good and soaking wet, and now he's going to try to burn it. There was a big burn pile not far from the house last night when we were coming in from the fair last night.
Yeah.
And it had begun to rain by the time we got home. The rainstorm was north of Lawrenceburg. It scooted north. I watched it on the radar.
Yeah, I heard it thundering all
I
night.
watched it on the radar. You could see the lightning. While we were watching the jump and run, you could see the lightning. We kept thinking, oh boy, here it comes. But it never did. And we were watching the radar on our phones, but it stayed north. But now we left the fair around 9:30, headed toward home, which is late for me, by the way. So anyway, before we got home to Deerfield, it started raining pretty hard on us.
Okay.
But there was a fire. Someone had started a huge, somebody's been cleaning some area up out there, and on just off of Greenwood Road out there, and out in the field out there, they had pushed up a big pile of trees and limbs and what have you, and it was a big fire
Oh wow.
in the rain.
I guess.
with the rain coming down.
Well, it has some accelerant on it there.
So there you go. I guess they'd started it before it really started coming down.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, and we had the burn pit conversation.
Yeah.
You do not have to have a burn pit at present, but
Permit, yeah.
but you will after October 15th, I think.
Yeah. My mom keeps a 55-gallon drum in her backyard that she burns in. She's got a burn barrel.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She's always had a burn barrel.
I didn't know you could do that anymore.
Yeah. You just can't throw a tire in there or nothing like that. But
Well, no.
yeah, if you got a lot of evidence you need to get rid of, you need a burn barrel.
You do need a burn barrel. Everybody needs the burn barrel. We used to do that too when I was a kid. We had a burn barrel out back, and
Yeah.
that was where the garbage went. And I used to love to get to throw the garbage out in the burn barrel if it was burning and there was a hairspray bottle in there, or hairspray can in there.
It'd blow up.
If there was a hairspray can in the garbage, I was ready for watching.
That's funny. Don't recommend it, but
No, it was. I couldn't wait for that thing to blow up.
So, I don't even know what to talk about today.
Let's see, Joe. I think I've heard from Mean Joe. He says I sell them. I guess he's talking about burn barrels.
Oh, really? Because we're always looking for one.
Always looking for one. So I guess we need one.
You know, I worked at Edwards Oil Company for years, and that we had barrels that we could get our hands on a barrel, but we don't have barrels anymore.
We don't see them much.
No.
You don't see burn barrels much, or barrels at all much.
You see those plastic ones these days.
Yeah, they're plastic.
You can't burn in a plastic barrel.
Well, it'll melt down.
Yeah.
It won't last long.
And you got to put holes in the bottom. That's key to a burn barrel.
Is it?
Yeah. Mean Joe may already, he may prepare his.
He probably does.
Puts holes in the
Because he
bottom.
would know something like that. Put holes in the bottom.
Yeah, because the air's got to get in, the
Do
water's
you,
got
do
to
you
drain
set
out.
them on? Do you set it on some bricks around the edge to kind of give it a little ventilation?
No, I'm talking about in the side of the bottom, not the bottom.
Oh, on the sides of the bottom. I was thinking about the bottom.
Yeah, no, in the side,
Oh, okay.
down at the very bottom of the rim.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good idea.
Yeah, unless the air come in and if it gets any water in it.
I've got a big tractor tire rim. It's really big.
Yeah.
A big tractor
And
tire
you
rim.
use that as a burn pit?
I use it as a burn pit.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And it's a fantastic burn pit.
Wow, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, but now you do want to set it up on maybe some bricks to give it some airflow underneath,
Yeah.
just to give it a little air coming in.
Yeah.
It does help it.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it, but it helps. Mine's so big that you don't have to get air anyway.
Yeah.
It's a great big one. But if you got kind of a small one, you might want to put it up on a brick or something, get some air in it. I don't know. Yeah, so there's that advice.
But yeah, you can still have burn barrels.
Well, a lot of news has happened. You and I end up talking about current events some. Jimmy Kimmel has made the news all over the place during this tragic event and all that stuff. And I know people's emotions run high during all that. And of course, he was back on the air. And I didn't watch his show anyway. I'm not up that late, so I don't watch his show anyway. Don't know a lot about him.
I don't think so. Here's what I don't get is you had the Me Too movement that lasted for 3 years maybe or something like that, 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
Started off in maybe 2020, maybe even before that, and then you got a person like Jimmy Kimmel, which Hollywood heralds.
They do.
And did they forget that he ran? And listen, I'm not letting Adam Carolla off the hook either. Adam Carolla was a conservative and Jimmy Kimmel was a liberal.
Right.
But they didn't give Adam the platform that they gave Jimmy. And Jimmy and Adam had a show on TV called The Man Show.
I do remember a Man Show.
And The Man Show was all about exploiting women. Or they exploited a lot of women on that show. Okay. The women that were on there. This is not a show, a family show you watch with your
It's not.
kids.
It's not.
It was designed for the male audience, and it had good-looking women on there, and had a lot of beer drinking on there, and they had girls on trampolines. That was the highlight of the show: is girls on trampolines. And he's sitting here exploiting these women, but yet Hollywood heralds him because he's just one of them, and they can tolerate that.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
the double standards among that crew are remarkable.
Yeah, and I don't condone any of it. And was it the Weinstein guy, the Harvey Weinstein or whatever, that was the
The movie producer deal?
Yeah, the very first one that got caught out on that.
Right.
So, I live in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. Never aspired to be an actor or anything like that. But in Lawrenceburg, you knew that, hey, to make it in Hollywood, you had to quote unquote sleep your way to the top. So when the people started, I guess when the Me Too movement started, like, what are you kidding? This has been going on forever. Not that I condone it or anything, but you knew that going into it.
People acted shocked and wanted you to think they were shocked when we knew better.
That's right. I guess that's the point I'm trying to make. That's right.
That's your point, I think.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You walk into the devil's den, you're gonna meet the devil.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're right. Adam Carolla and Jimmy Kimmel, they had a show called The Man Show, and I wasn't a regular watcher, but I've seen clips of it here and there. I've seen it, bits and pieces of it, and you're right. It was all about, things that they said guys loved.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they had a segment. It was girls on trampolines. I mean, they were. I don't know. What do you want to call that?
Well, I don't know what to call it.
Well, I mean, they were exploitive.
That's
to
it.
women, and in a very crude male way.
Yeah,
that's a way to put it.
There you go. A chauvinistic way.
Yeah, a chauvinistic, crude way.
Yeah.
And then when Jimmy Kimmel went his way and Adam Carolla went his way, they exalted Kimmel and made them one of him, and they just totally forgot about all this other stuff.
Oh yeah. So where is Jimmy Kimmel and all this Me Too movement stuff?
Yeah.
Now he may not have messed around with the staff or whatever, and I hope he didn't, but he was the main guy in the show.
That's how they gained their fame, both of them.
Yeah, exactly. And their money.
And their money was the Man Show. That's how they arrived.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Anyway.
So, anyway, I just.
And then there's the other guy that was totally let go now. What was his name? The other show. The other late night show, and they fired him.
Who's that?
Oh, you know.
I'm too old to know. I can't remember.
Well, I can't think of his name now either. But and he got his start on Comedy Central. And it was actually a pretty good show way back when. But then he went liberal and went crazy.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name.
I can't think because I don't watch late night TV.
The other late night. Yeah. But I'll say this too. I'm gonna get some help here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get some help. Who am I trying to think of, Big D?
David Cohen.
Who?
David Cohen.
No, not David Cohen. That's not what I'm thinking about. Who is that?
David
the
Cohen.
other TV guy got fired, wasn't he?
No, I thought he was the Attorney General of the United States.
No, that's not the right one. That's not who I'm thinking about. You're helping, but you ain't helping. Blake.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. We got it.
I appreciate you, man.
I thought that guy he wore glasses and all on that other show.
That helps.
Yes, he wore glasses.
Yeah, did he have a shirt on?
And he had one ear that was weird.
Sometimes he have that wife beater T-shirt on.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna
get some real help in here.
Thank you, Big D. I got another one coming. Can you tell me who I'm trying to think of?
That's Stephen Colbert.
Stephen Colbert.
Stephen Colbert.
That's who I'm trying to think
They just recently got rid of him.
That's what I was talking about.
So what was wrong with him?
The same thing, only different. I forget. His ratings were in the tank.
Well, I know that, but did he have like a?
Thank you, buddy.
Did he have like an exploiting women show that made him famous before he became a?
No, but he had a show on Comedy Central, and it was kind of a news commentary kind of thing, but he made fun. He made fun of everybody to start with, even the liberals. I mean, he'd kind of tweak them right and left, and I found it entertaining. But then he started leaning hard, and went crazy in my opinion. And then they made a hero out of him.
Yeah. So I can't think of the other guy. He's still there, and he has a late night show, and they show him on TV all the time. Who is that?
He was on Saturday Night Live. I know who you're talking about.
I can't think of anybody today.
How come our brains aren't working?
It's
I know-
raining,
I
because it's
know-
raining and it hadn't rained in a
I
long
know
time.
part of my problem is I ate 2 corn dogs last night. That was.
Oh, you did? Did you go by Jim's booth or did you go
I
somewhere
sure
else?
did. No, you got to go to you
Yeah.
got to go to Jim's booth.
Yeah, exactly.
If you want a corn dog, you got to go to Jim's booth.
Stand in front of that
And let me
screen
tell you
window.
something. My wife ordered some white beans there,
Okay.
white beans and cornbread, and I stole some of hers. They were
That's
fantastic.
always good.
They're fantastic. So there you go.
Yeah, but that's always good.
A nice corn dog and some white beans. You can't go wrong with that at the fair. So there you go.
Bill Mayer, that's who I was thinking about.
You're talking about Bill Maher.
Bill Maher, is that how you
Yeah,
say
Bill
it?
Maher's on. He is on HBO, I think.
Okay.
And I don't
have
get to
HBO.
watch him, but I see clips of him that people post.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's pretty good, and sometimes it's crazy. But he's a liberal crazy too.
You know, what you got to keep in mind is that he's an atheist.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
So-
He's an absolute. But I've watched him and heard him, and he actually had a debate or had gosh, why are these names not coming to us today?
God, it's the rain, I'm telling you.
I don't, it must not. It is evidently. But anyway, he has guests on, and he had Ben Shapiro on there not too long ago, and they went back and forth, the different ones. But he started out on Comedy Central too,
Okay.
and he had a show. He had a show called Politically Incorrect,
Okay.
and he would fall out on the conservative side of most issues then, but then I think Hollywood got a hold of him, and it started going lefter and more, and then of course he ended up doing something totally different.
Yeah.
So
I mean, whoever signs your paycheck has a lot of influence on you.
yeah,
It's the way it works. That's the way the cookie crumbles there.
I guess it is. But
Scripture tells us to be in the world, not of the world.
that's true.
So,
In the
be
world and not
different in
of
the
the world.
workplace.
In the world and not of the world. That's true.
So I went to a faith-based entrepreneur program last Friday down at Columbia State, on the campus of Columbia State, just south of town here.
Yeah.
And Stephanie Edwards puts that on, and it's fantastic. So if you get
Really?
next year, if you get a chance to go, you should go.
Okay.
It's just a fantastic event, and a lot of testimonies from people very successful people about how they put their faith in practice at work and are
Yeah.
successful with it.
Yeah.
And you know, we see that around us all the time. Stuart Cathy was very successful by putting his faith first, and there's people here that are very successful that do that. You know,
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
like Rick Lanning.
Yeah.
I'm big buddies with Rick, and they close on Sunday because wants to give his people an opportunity to be at church and be with their family, and
Right.
and the Lord says rest on Sunday. That's what Scripture says. is
Yeah.
The Lord rested on the seventh day, and so anyway.
Well, the promotion of a strong family is the promotion of the health of our nation.
Yeah, I agree.
And we've done too much, I think, in our country and just with media and everything in our social activities to
You can
take time away from families being together.
Yeah, you can remember a time, even in Lawrenceburg, when pretty much everything was closed on Sunday.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
I can't remember the things that were open. I guess I was too young. But were the grocery stores open on Sunday, or was it 1 o'clock when they opened? They used to.
Yeah.
Some things would open up after church.
Yeah.
And then I think, do we still have blue laws here? And I should know that because like you can't buy beer on Sunday, stuff like that.
I don't know the answer to that.
I know in Lawrenceburg it's still a law you can't play pool on Sunday. So the pool
Are you
halls,
serious?
Yes. Yeah. So the pool halls are closed down on Sunday.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and whether they enforce that or not,
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. There are probably some old laws on the books that would be fascinating that are still on the books.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You're right. About
I've seen some of them that are just comical.
You can't run the hogs
got-
through the courthouse. That's actually
can't-
one that existed.
You
I don't know
can't
if
run
it's
the
still-
hogs through the courthouse on certain days of the week. Certain days of the week. Well, listen. Let's see what Peggy's got on her mind this morning. Hey, I knew you would chime in sooner or later.
I would because it's something I'm interested in. Keith, do you by any chance know the new vice president in charge of Lawrence County, Lawrence County campus and the Lewisburg campus?
I don't.
Well, let me tell you, he has only been in his position for 3 months. He has emailed me 2 or 3 times. I explained to him who I was. I wasn't interested in teaching, but he's been really good. I haven't heard from him. But he needs to be connected from somebody here because they have assigned him to the Lawrence County campus. There's another one somewhere else west of us that I can't think, and the Lewisburg campus. So
There's
I
one in
just
Clifton,
did
too.
Some statistics and things I did research on. That's probably why he called me. And asked me was I interested in teaching, and I said I'm past that. I'm older, but you know I'll research something. But a real boon to me, like you talking about what you went to down there, is since he's over the instructors, setting up continuing education courses. It doesn't have to be for a business. It could be just anything community they like. And he's also assigned to the high school.
She hung up on us.
She stepped on her cord. I have no idea.
Peggy, call us back.
She left.
So I don't know the new guy, but you know, Sissy is there, and
Yes.
and she's been there forever, and she's like the big wig there,
Yeah.
for lack of better words.
Yeah.
She's the person, and she's my class. Oh, let me tell you something I did that was entertaining.
Okay.
I'm trying to think what night it was. It was either Friday or Saturday night. I think it might have been Saturday night.
Yeah.
We wanted to go out and eat, and my wife had never been to 1819, and so we went
Okay.
down there, and they set us right at the base of the stairs in the back.
Yeah.
And the class of 1985 was having a class reunion.
Oh, really?
Well, I'm in the class of 86, so I knew everybody going up there. Let me tell you, they had a humongous crowd of people.
That's great.
And what was neat is you see people and you know them and you can't think of their name. You ever do that?
All the time.
So when we had our 35th reunion, I don't know, MC would be a bad word, you know, but I was the one that was speaking, and I said, look, guys, everybody put your name tag on, don't switch them around, and don't assume I know your name. I'm just going to tell you straight up to get all the embarrassment out, and I said, let me just get the white elephant out of the room. Nobody remembers anybody's name. So go up and introduce yourself, instead of staring at the name tag, and
Yes.
introduce yourself and talk to people you haven't talked to since high school. And we did, and we had a great time. And so our 40th is coming up next year.
Oh, yeah.
And I can't wait, to be honest with you.
I think we're ready for 45 or 50. I can't remember.
Yeah, what year did you graduate?
79.
No, you're way over.
Way back.
You're fixing to do 60.
We're way off. No, we're not. 60.
Are you not?
Are you crazy?
You'll be 80. You're fixing to do 50, though.
50. We're headed to 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I graduated in 68, so I graduated.
60 years? Have you lost your mind?
But I watched those folks go up the stairs, and of course, some folks stopped by the table and said, hey, and it was just a good time. We had a good meal, and
Yeah.
and just saw a lot of people we knew, and it was just a good time.
I missed getting to go to the 40th that we had.
Oh man.
I missed it, and I was really kind of sad that I did. I missed that.
So 30 was a turning point in our class. There was a couple crazy people still acting. I wouldn't say crazy. Most of us are crazy, but there's still a couple people acting crazy.
Yes.
But at our 35th,
And what would we do without them?
yeah, right. I mean, we were expecting it. I mean,
Yeah.
It was pretty boring until a certain person slid across the floor and became entertainment.
Yeah, there you go.
So, what gets me now is, you and I are both at the age where the list of people who have passed on is growing every year.
It is.
And so
Yes.
you miss those opportunities to speak to them, and
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I just it's heartfelt, and I saw that list for the class of '85, and I knew a lot of people on that list.
Oh,
A
yeah.
lot of them, like, I didn't know they passed away.
It's like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the way I am when I go to our class reunions. Like, wow, I didn't know so and so passed away.
Yep.
And it's
Yeah, that's kind of sobering.
it is. It is.
That's kind of sobering to think that and to see that and all that. But yeah, we've lost a lot of our classmates.
So what the best reunion that I went to is I was made an honorary member of the class of 1951.
Yes,
And,
I remember you telling me.
Yeah, that is a great. They don't get together anymore, but that was a great group of folks, and they got together every year, and they had their class president was a guy named Jimmy Stewart, not the movie star, but
Yeah.
Mr. Stewart. You know, he got up every year, and the last time I heard him speak, he said, "My speech is going to be short this year," and he said, "Here it is." He goes, "Don't fall." That was it.
That's good. That's good. That's funny. And if you run into your classmates, any classmates, then you look at them and they haven't hardly changed at all.
That's right.
There's a few out there that's like, holy cow, they haven't changed a bit.
Yeah, well, you know, and that intimidates a lot of people. Like,
Yeah.
like I know I'm heavier than I used to be, and but you know what? Everybody else is, and
Pretty much,
everybody
yeah.
else has
Yeah.
their own skeletons in their closet and things like that. Don't be intimidated to go to your class reunion. You're going to miss out on a lot of fun if you don't. If you do.
I told this earlier today in the morning portion of this program, but I'll tell it again just in case. I got embarrassed. Something happened to me just recently. Daniel and I went to a men's event.
Yeah.
And it was a chuck wagon cooking. They had a chuck wagon thing, and they had a big pot of chili. We had chili, and it was a men's event. And then they had a devotional, which was fantastic.
Yeah.
And of course, I had friends there. We sat around, talked, and ate chili, and then had fellowship and a good devotion. And then things were winding up, and I was headed toward getting in the truck to go. But Daniel was kind of lingering back there, and he had one of his buddies there, and he showed me later that him and his buddy, he'd had somebody take a picture of him and his buddy together. They had their cowboy hats on and all that kind of stuff. And great picture of them two boys. Well, there's them two young men, fine young men, and looking at the picture. And in the background, there was a guy back there with his back walking away, and I was like, who is that guy? Who is? And I was trying to figure out who that was in the picture. I was trying to figure out who it was, the big old guy. And I went, holy cow, that's me.
Oh my goodness. You didn't seen your backside
I was
before.
like, what?
You can't-
That's what I look like? Oh my God. So anyway, I didn't realize it was me. I had to stare at it. I was like, that's me in that picture, way back there. So anyway.
Yeah, I think we're our own best critics when we look at ourselves in the pictures and stuff. My mom gave me a picture back when I was mayor. I got a shovel in my hand, and we're doing a groundbreaking somewhere. I think it was out at the airport. So that's been years ago. And I look at that picture, and the first thing I think is, I've still got that shirt, and I still wear it. And that's probably 12, 13 years old, you know.
Speaking of that, last night at the fair, we were with some friends, Bill and Jimmy and Adams. Let's say it right. We were together and we were kind of hanging around together last night, and we went to our fair booth, and of course we got the big Christmas tree up there in our fair booth and all that kind of stuff, and so I had the bright idea, let's get a picture made here. I'll get Brad, my son-in-law, to make our picture, hand him my phone, and we stood together in front of the booth and got our picture made together. And I had on a plaid checkered shirt, kind of a reddish plaid checkered shirt.
Yeah.
And so when
A Lamar Alexander shirt?
So no, not quite like that. If I show you the picture, and which I will, my shirt looked more like a red checkered tablecloth.
Really?
Oh yes. And then in the picture, here it is. I look like they stood a big table up beside the rest of them, and there I am in the red checkered tablecloth. So
I like that shirt.
So there you go. So,
Don't be too critical, Jeff. That's a nice shirt.
yeah, okay, but
It's on a nice guy.
yeah, I guess. So anyway, I said I'm still way too big. This weight loss thing,
working on it.
I've got weight off, but I've got this plateau and I'm just stopped.
I'm the same way. I have gained to a certain amount against. It's I don't know what it is.
And of course, last night I blew it big time.
At the chili.
Yeah, I'm talking about, I had corn dog, I had fair food.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Went to the fair.
Yeah, that's right.
So I had fair food, and you don't go to the fair with not eat corn dogs.
That's right.
At Jam's booth, and you don't go to the fair and not get a Nutty Buddy.
That's right.
Those are a must.
And a funnel cake.
Well, I don't normally get them, but somebody did, and I ate some of it.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm the kind of guy, get your own, you know. My kids like, no, buddy, no, go get your own.
Well,
I'm okay.
the kids went and got a funnel cake and fried Oreos.
Oh really?
And of
That
course,
sounds
I
good.
had to try a fried Oreo too. I didn't eat the whole thing; just ate a bite of one.
So last year, my daughter's like, let's go get a lemonade. Okay, we'll go get a lemonade.
Yeah.
Egads! Did that come in a gold cup? I was like,
Yes. Yes, I understand. Well,
but it was good. It was really good.
do you know what I'm not happy about at the fair? And this happened not this year, but maybe a few years ago.
What?
When I used to be in the Kiwanis Club.
Yep.
And we park cars, you know, and
Yep.
and there's a family there that's always had the peanuts and popcorn.
Okay.
And they got it on each end of the food runway there. There'll be one on one end, one on the other.
Yeah.
And they've got in the middle there. They've got the popcorn and the peanuts.
I know where you're going with this.
You know what I'm talking
and there's
about?
no sun drop.
There's no sun drop. There used to be.
What's up with that?
That.
Have they sold out to Coke?
Yep.
Are you serious?
Yes. They made the fair. Whoever the fair bosses are.
I know who it is.
Whoever the fair bosses
I know them
are.
all.
Got bought out.
Uh-oh.
And
You're getting in trouble.
I know, but I don't care. They took away my diet sun drops,
Yeah.
and that used to be where I get them, and it really is frustrating.
Me too.
I'm frustrated. You can't get what you want at the fair.
I missed that last year, but I didn't know it was a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Wow.
Yeah, evidently it's a rule, law, whatever, that you can't have sun drop at the fair, which is
That's un-American.
that's pukey.
We're diving into communism. No, I'm kidding.
Whoever made that decision needs to rethink it.
Yeah, say with the exception of Sundrop. Or what Coke needs to do is buy Sundrop and make it a Coke
No,
product.
if they bought sun drop, they'd ruin it.
I think you're probably right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they ruined it by getting rid of the 10-ounce glass bottles anyway. in
Well,
my
those are
opinion.
good. Yeah.
The can is the next closest thing, so I get the can.
See,
on.
I don't like the can. I don't like to drink out of a can.
Yeah, I like it either way. So bring back, So we'll start a vigil. Bring back sun drops to the fair.
Discrimination. That's what it is.
It is soda discrimination. That's exactly what it is.
Yes, indeed. Well, anyway, I guess you could take your own in there. Will they let you take your own drinks in the fair?
Well, they'll let you walk around with a beer, so I don't know why you couldn't walk around.
Yeah,
and is beer a Coke product?
Yeah, that was surprising to me. That's the first time I'd noticed that.
What, beer?
Yeah,
No, they've had it for a while.
that's the first time I noticed that. And I'm not the beer police. It's just that we're not used to seeing it.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, just for the record, I voted no for that when I was on the city council.
Okay.
And,
All right.
I got it.
Well, I'd never know, but when we went into the stands to watch the jump and run, they had a barrel there where you could buy one on your way into the stands.
Really? So they used to have just a tent and a corded off area where that's the only place it could be consumed.
Yeah.
And, just in my mind, I've been to the fair my whole life, and
Yeah.
I have a good time when I go to the fair, and I've never drank a beer at the fair.
Yeah.
And, I understand some people may have to, I don't know. That's just.
The the school, Freed Hardeman.
Yeah.
There's a group of students from Freed Hardeman that always come to the fair.
That's right.
They were there last night,
Okay.
all dressed up in their redneck attire, and they were scooting around the fair last night. And on the big screen at the event, they recognized them. They were setting up in one section, and they
Yeah.
put them up. They were cheering, they were having a big time. There used to be a group of guys too, and I don't know if they were part of Freed Hardeman or not, but they'd had the Bubba teeth. They put the Bubba teeth in and dressed up and did the redneck dress. And I had my picture made with them one year up there. They had a big time now.
So, talking about that, I had a buddy that went to the Hornwall Fair, and I was on a telephone with him. I said, how was the fair in Hornwall? And he said, well, counting my wife and myself, there was 2 people at the fair with a shirt on.
That was, well,
You crazy guy.
I always make fun in here sometimes of me and Joe. Of course, we're on the air, so I don't have the cameras on when he's in and all that kind of stuff. And I'm glad you wore a shirt today, or why don't you wear a shirt? Whatever. So anyway,
I saw Mean Joe yesterday. Was it yesterday? It was yesterday.
yesterday was what, Tuesday?
No, I'm talking about Monday.
Monday.
Saw Mean Joe Monday at Quick Mart. I was making a commercial at Quick Mart.
Really?
Yeah, and we had the camera set up and everything, and Mean Joe was there. I'm like, get in this commercial with me. He was like, yeah, I'll be glad to. I'm like,
Did he?
No, he didn't, because we were just shooting just pictures of coffee and pictures of biscuits and things like that. And then we were doing voiceovers and stuff like that.
Well, I want to make your commercials.
Yeah, come on.
I'll do one.
Come on.
I'll make your commercials.
And it was, this guy was...
I work for food.
Yeah, this guy was like a professional. He had like a truckload of cameras. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
And he had the good stuff too. He didn't have no
Oh,
cheap
yeah.
stuff like I buy at Walmart.
Yeah.
He had good stuff.
Yeah.
So
where are you guys airing your commercials?
we're airing them on the X.
On the X. Okay.
Exports.
Exports. Yeah.
Yeah. And on the Tennessee Valley Weather.
Yep. That's a good place. It's a good deal.
So we got about 4 or 5 to make. That was the first one to make, just to see how things went and stuff like that. So.
Good deal. Good deal. My guest, Keith Durham, as always, and it's the Friends and Neighbors Hour, and you're listening to WDXE, AM 1370, 105.FM, 105.1,
Free.
105.3.
Yeah, 105.3 FM.
FM, and around the world at WDXE.com, and of course on Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah,
of all
I forgot
things.
about that.
Of all things. Yeah.
So
So
do
there
you
go.
still have AM? Do you listen to AM?
We do. We still have the AM signal.
Yeah.
It's AM 1370. It's very localized. I mean, it's basically the Lawrenceburg and immediately
I can pick it up
in
great
the
in my
immediate
house.
sounding area.
So
I learned a little bit, and I don't know a lot. I learned a little bit about how the AM signal works versus the FM signal.
yeah, I can tell you all about it.
You probably can.
But no, go ahead.
No, I can't. But evidently it bounces.
Yeah.
The
it does.
AM signal bounces, so you may pick it up here and go a mile or two and not pick it up at all. Go another mile or two and pick it up again.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
So I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
So
exactly right.
the FM, I don't know.
It could do the same thing.
Does it do the same thing?
But not as far because it's a higher frequency. Lower frequencies tend to travel further than higher frequencies.
Yeah. Do you know anything about tower building?
A little bit.
Do you know about the tentacles that go out underground for so many feet?
It depends on what you're doing with those tentacles. Are they grounded tentacles or are they part of the antenna structure itself?
Well, some of both,
Some of both. Okay.
aren't they? I mean, you have to have grounding.
So the antenna has to be a certain wavelength. You can, you got to calculate the wavelength of whatever you're transmitting.
Yeah.
And so the antenna has to be a multiple of that wavelength. And so if you can't go high enough, you got to go in the ground too.
Goes in
or
the
you got to
ground.
curl it up.
And
And that's what most.
Does it have anything to do with the direction of the signal?
You can direct those signals. So you can put an antenna in front of another antenna, and it will change the lobic pattern of it going forward.
Yeah.
So if you want to just point like an antenna and point it north,
Right.
then you would put like an omnidirectional antenna out there, and then put another antenna that's on a harmonica that right behind it, and it will change the lobic pattern of the first antenna
Okay.
to the
All right.
north. It's a lot of science behind that.
The other
I
thing-
don't really understand all
Well,
of it
the other thing that I heard the other day is that evidently the FCC that control all this,
Yeah.
right?
either. That's right.
One of the stations out of Nashville that I listen to is a 100,000 watt station.
Oh yeah.
Evidently, that's the biggest station you can have.
Is it 650?
No, this is not AM. This is FM.
Okay.
It's Super Talk.
Okay.
Was it 99.7
Yeah,
W?
yeah.
I listen to it sometimes, but now, for some reason, during certain times of the year, it's not as clear as others.
That's right.
As evidently the Earth moves and tilts, and the sun will go around one corner of the sun. It don't show up as good.
And it's all because of the frequency it's on. It broadcast at 97.9 megahertz,
99.7.
99.7 megahertz.
Yeah.
And so it's just like you've got Wi-Fi in your house, right?
I do.
And they come out with these 5G Wi-Fi, and so on the 5G you got 2.4 and 5, and so people will call and say, hey, this 5G is not picking up good. Well, drop back to the 2.4. It goes further than the 5 does, although the 5 can carry more data
Yeah.
quicker.
Yeah.
So it can carry it quicker than the 2.4.
It doesn't work like you think it does.
That's right.
It doesn't work like you think it does. It's weird, but anyway. But I didn't know that 100,000 watt station is as big as you can get as far as an allowable allowable wattage by
Yeah,
law.
because if you think about that, they're not the only 99.7.
Right. There's another 99.7 in another
so
part
you
of the
don't want
world.
to be transmitting on
And they-
there.
But now, back
away.
in the old days though of early AM, you could get a Chicago station, you could get a Texas station. You know, there were stations that I used to listen to years ago that you can't get now.
Yeah, you remember being in church and the truckers go by and
Oh,
they'd come
yeah.
over the sound system
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, that was you run into the same thing on radio stations.
Yeah.
So
So have they, like 650 for instance?
yeah.
Have they lowered it from what it once was? Because
No.
it used to be, I thought, you know, half the nation could hear 650.
And that was because of the phenomena that you're talking about. At nighttime, it probably it's called skip, and you probably catch the skip a whole lot better on 650. But look how low the frequency is. 650 is way lower than 1370. It's half the frequency.
Yeah.
And so it can travel a whole lot further.
Okay.
WGN out of Chicago was even lower than 650, and we picked up WGN.
Yeah, I did too, but how come you can't now?
Well, maybe they did reduce the power of it.
That's what
not
I'm
sure.
saying.
Yeah.
You can't. There was a Wolfman Jack we used to listen to
Yeah.
way back when, and on that station, and I can't remember. The
I haven't
station.
tried, to be honest with you. If you have because I don't have an antenna. You know, we had an antenna growing up that we had hooked to our AM. Now you got these little AM loops that you hook on to like a radio.
Now, I may be wrong, but I had assumed they had cut those stations' power back.
If
where
they may
could
have
not do that.
and they may have. I don't know that.
I don't know either.
So
But I had
that's a
assumed
good
that.
question. Because you can barely pick up 650 down here now.
I know you can't. I mean, really, and you used to be, you know, blast. Everybody talked about listening to that. That's what you listened
A
to.
good clear night, you can probably still pick it up good.
Well, they need to fix that. We want to hear it. Whole nation needs to hear it. You know, whatever. But as far as 1370 goes, I mean, we're just basically pretty local.
Yeah.
And 105.3 is too.
Yeah.
It's pretty much a in county signal.
That's right.
But with the aid of the internet, you can be heard anywhere in the world.
That's right.
That's just crazy.
In fact, I listen to 105.3. I listen to you guys, and when you get past Laredo, it's tough.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
But you can flip it on, and now on your phones. I mean, I can watch and listen to anything anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, if you got like a YouTube TV.
Cola.
Somebody calling me from who knows where, Kalamazoo.
You may have won the sweepstakes.
Well, more than likely that is a sales call of some sort. That seems to be the situation. There's a lot of times I
Right.
get those calls. I'm not the only one. Everybody gets them. They do. Keith Durham, I can't believe that you fixed my speaker.
Yeah, I hope you get some use out of it.
You know, and the reason I'm having such a hard time believing, I know you did, but I've had trouble with it before and had to send it back to the company. And it was like, and I've taken it to other people, and they was like, well, I have no idea how to fix this thing. This thing's, you know, blah, blah, blah. It's all specialized or whatever. And so I've had to ship it to the company and ship it back. And it was an expensive thing to do. But that's not a cheap item.
No, they're not.
It's a pretty high dollar little dude.
It's built well. I have to give you that. It's built well because when I first took it apart, I didn't know how to take it apart. So when I first took it apart, I took about every screw out of it. But now I know how to get into the electronics. It's just 4 screws.
Okay, all right. Well, that's good to know. I'm so glad to know that you can work on the
And I
things.
didn't see anything in there that was special.
Well, see, you would know that.
So-
You would know that. But that company, I think, likes to think that they're the only ones that can work.
Yeah, so
on
I looked that company up, and they sell you everything on the outside of it. They don't sell you anything on the inside.
it. Yeah,
So I didn't look at about.
yeah. They're very protective of themselves. Anyway, we're running out of time, big guy.
Hey, we are almost.
We
done.
are. Thanks for coming in, man.
I'll have some
You
more.
gonna
I'll
be
have
in the
better-
morning?
Yeah, I'll be in the morning. We'll have better stuff to talk about next week.
In the morning, we're gonna do the Quick Mart hour. So
Yeah.
stick around for that. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Broadcast services of Prospect Communications.
This is a Fox News alert. A sniper takes aim at an immigration enforcement